Hello transcribers, it is week 3 and this week's topic is sex, which I'm very excited to talk about because it's one of my favorite pastimes. So yeah, the videos that all the girls have already done this week have been awesome, very informational, informative, informational, I don't know, yeah. So, and I'm excited to give my input. And yes, so we have had like Nikki, I think you're awesome, and she gave us 2 pages worth, pretty much, of questions that we can ask, or can answer. So, sex, yes. Okay, some of the questions that I am going to answer. So, if you had sex with your partner before he began his transition, how does it compare to sex now in terms of frequency, quality, etc.? Yes, I was with my partner a year before he transitioned. Sex is actually, I feel, a lot better. He's a lot more satisfied. I'm a lot more satisfied. It's definitely, we have it a lot more often because we all know that once our boys start testosterone, they become horn dogs. So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And, so quality, it's a lot more, like, we connect a lot more just because, like, you know when you're having, like, lesbian sex, you always have, like, one hand somewhere, and you only have, like, one hand to, like, grip around the neck or, like, go other places. So this way, we both have both of our hands. I don't know, I think it's just, he's more comfortable with himself, and I'm more comfortable with him. So, yeah, it's definitely, it's a lot stronger of a connection. We do not, we use prosthetics, but it is not called a prosthetic in our bedroom, or in our house, or when we talk about it. It's his cock. That's how it is. It's his dick, it's his cock, it's his, okay? So it is not, we don't call it a toy, in other words. Because it definitely helps as far as dysphoria, it helps me, like, think it's his, so, it is his, it's his cock. And we also sometimes use his given parts. And yes, I do get to help pick out the cock, and actually we're due to get a new one soon. So I'm very excited. Ooh, has the sex changed since he's been on T? How and why? Yes, obviously he is more sex driven, like he's a lot more hornier sometimes. He definitely gets fulfilled, like he orgasms more since he's been on T. We are both completely and utterly over the top sometimes fulfilled in our sex life. We both like just are astonished sometimes after we have sex. We're just like, it still feels like it's the first time. So yeah, we're definitely both fulfilled. What contributes to that is that I don't know, it's like we are just like on a different level kind of in the bedroom sometimes. And he like knows exactly what to do every single time, and like I'm kind of going down the list a little bit further, but I have not had so many orgasms during sex with any other partner ever. So he's amazing. I'm very fortunate to have such an amazing partner. So yeah. And who initiates sex? It's both pretty much kind of like, I don't know, like some nights we both don't want to have sex, and most nights it's like we both want to have sex. So we don't have to be like, I don't have to come on to him, he doesn't have to come on to me. We're both pretty much like instantly we know that we want to have sex. So how often do we have sex? Sometimes like we'll go like a week or 2 without having sex, and then sometimes we can't like not go one night without having sex for a few weeks. So, it depends. We're both pretty much busy. Why am I lifting up my computer? Sorry. We've both been pretty busy as far as schedules, so he'll, like, and he works at Jamba Juice, and Jamba Juice here closes at 10 o'clock, and he won't get out until, like, sometimes 11. So, and he's doing, like, hard manual labor, sometimes just, like, cleaning all the stuff. So, it depends on how, our days went, and, yeah, so we have it pretty on a regular basis. How do you guys value / role-playing / and/or fantasies? I definitely think we've actually been talking about it, and we want to get more into it, so yeah, that's good. how important is sex to you and your partner? We find it very important just because that's definitely where like a lot of communication comes into play. Like you have to communicate with your partner, otherwise, you know, you'll have resentment during some type of thing, and you just like realize that you have resentment because you're not having sex as much as you want to, as I said. So yeah, sex is good. Sex is good. How is partner? No, I don't want to answer that one. Do you know of any other resources to assist with intimacy, particularly for trans men and the partners? I definitely recommend, I don't know, like a particular website or something for that. No, I think there was one, it was like ftmresource.com or something, but, as far as like to assist with intimacy, I definitely recommend possibly getting a pack and play. It just it makes it even that much more fun that like you can both be fully dressed and get straight into bed and not have to worry about like you guys just laying there getting into it and then him have to like leave the bed. So pack and plays are awesome. We use ours quite often. So he is fucking for sure responsible for my orgasm, every single one of them. Like, whew, damn. How big is, and it's all about the clit play, by the way. It's all about the clit. Yeah, for me at least. How important is the big O? It's pretty important, but it's not like I have to have it every single time we have sex, even though I do. So he just makes it happen, and it's usually more like 2 or 3 times at least, so a minimum of like 2 times for sex. Size doesn't really matter as long as you know how to use it. How do I feel about sex? We have sex with a condom every single time. I am a complete believer of safe sex just because of cleanliness and life of his dick. So life of his dick, but cleanliness is definitely muy importante. So yeah, use condoms. I do have to say that our sex life, as far as like experimenting, has by far gone up since since Tyler started transitioning. We try new things a lot more often, and we're always like striving to like try something new. And before then, it was not the same. Like 75% of the time of our sex before he transitioned, we were always like, one of us was like halfway clothed. And also it kind of sucked because of our living situations. Both of us were living with our parents, so we always had to be like halfway clothed, and then like it would only last for like 10 or 15 minutes. So yes, we are spontaneous. It is important that our sex does not resemble lesbian sex, because I don't feel that it is. I'm not having sex with a lesbian, I'm having sex with my boyfriend. And just as far as their subconscious and what they feel inside, like in their heads, they don't want to be, why do they need to have sex like a lesbian? Because they're not a lesbian. So it's very important not to resemble lesbian sex. Are you guys traditional? No. We do think outside the box. What is good about your sex life? Everything. I can't complain. Sometimes I think I'm like a 12-year-old boy just because I like want to have sex all the time. Like, all the time. Like, whenever I see Tyler, I'm like, I can have sex right now. Like, so. Anyways. I think it's just him, because I've never really been like that with any other person. So I by far have like the most sexual attraction to Tyler than any other person that I've ever met in my whole entire life, which is very fortunate, because yeah, he's just amazing. And what advice do you offer to other trans men and their partners regarding sex? Communicate, be open-minded.